Now, Kabbage has been around since 2011. The idea came about in 2008. 2011, we started lending. Since then, we've lent over $6 billion to more than 165,000 customers, just like you guys, just like your small business customers. Just last year, we lent $2 billion. This year, we're projected for $3 billion. We do that through loans available to any type of business. Doesn't matter what you do, what you sell. As long as you have income and you're a small business, we'll lend to you. And we don't lend to nonprofits. The lines are anywhere from $1,000 to $250,000, so it runs the gamut as far as what's available. And it's a secure online application. So there's no upfront cost to maintain or keep the line open. There's no cost for borrowing unless you actually use those funds. And when you do use the funds, you pay based on the amount that you borrow. So let's say, for example, you're qualified for 100 grand, you only need 10,000, you only pay based on that 10,000, and based on how long you keep the funds out. If you only keep it out for 1 month, you're only responsible for 1 month of fees. As you pay that money back, it becomes available to you again. There's no prepayment penalties. So let's say, for example, you do take out a 6-month loan on your line of credit, but you pay it back in 2 months. We forgive those other 4 months of fees. No questions asked. Now, what we do, it's designed for business owners. Flexible funds, simple process, and a convenient access. Flexible funds means you can use the funds for whatever you feel the need to. There's no questions asked. We deposit the money as if it were cash in your checking account. You pay us back on a monthly basis. The simple process is, it's an online application, no paperwork needed, no need to speak with anybody. Just go online, complete the application. In about 10 minutes, you'll have a decision. And then it's a convenient access. You can draw from that line of credit as needed, whenever you need. So it's 10 o'clock at night, you realize you got to go make a purchase tomorrow. You can either pull those funds out from your mobile app, or we also give you an extension of your line of credit, which is a Kabbage card that you can swipe at any retailer. How we do it is the kind of exciting piece of it. It's all through data. So as someone is going through the application, and I'll go through this in a little bit, they're connecting any channel that would give us visibility into their business. So not only their checking account, but if they're selling on Amazon or selling on eBay, if they use QuickBooks for their online bookkeeping, even Facebook and social media accounts, based on the number of likes that you have and the engagement that your customers have with you online, we'll give you line increases just based on that information. So we take all that data, plug it into an algorithm, and we determine how much money we can lend you. All that happens in seconds. Most people go online, apply, qualify, and they think this is too good to be true. So they call up, and when they do, we have a team of 80 sales reps who are there to make sure they understand what the product is, what is it that they're getting into, talk about the terms, the rates, payback, etc., and also have consultative sales calls regarding their ROI and what they plan to use the funds for, or maybe even discussing things that they weren't planning on doing, like a marketing campaign. So our customer profile. As far as industry, it runs the gamut. These are going to be our top industries: services, retail, construction. Time in business, again, runs the gamut. Our minimum requirement is that you're in business for at least a year. Other than that, we have businesses that have been in business for over 10 years. As far as geography, you'll notice that Florida is one of our top states. So there's a ton of business to be made here in Florida. We do a ton of marketing in Florida as well. And as I mentioned, you have a dedicated channel manager here, Reese, who's dedicated to this region that can help you with any type of questions or getting your referrals qualified. So we want to make it as easy as our product is to come into our portfolio. We know that you guys are telecom guys. You've been doing this for years. We don't want you to learn finance. We don't want you to learn the intricacies of our product. What we want you to do is just refer that customer to us, and we'll take it from there. So we're giving you and your customers more option. They can qualify for up to $250,000 to put to whatever need they want. You're establishing an ongoing revenue stream. So for every qualified customer that you send over to us, regardless if they use the money, we're going to pay you $500. That goes straight through to you. And then every time that they use the line of credit, we're giving you a percentage of that draw. Our customers on average are drawing about 6 to 7 times a year. Every time they use the money, doesn't matter what they're using it, if they're paying you, if they're doing payroll, if they're doing a marketing campaign. We have people that swipe their card at Starbucks for whatever reason. We pay you a percentage of that. Then, with that money, you're creating opportunities to close an upsell. If there's an opportunity where, for whatever reason, you can't close a deal because that customer can't afford it, or maybe they weren't planning on spending that amount of money, here comes Kabbage to finance that. It's vendor agnostic. Regardless of what it is that they're spending the money on, we'll lend the money to them and they can pay for those services or products. And then the biggest piece of this, it's without any additional effort from you guys. Again, we're here, our team of 80 sales reps are here to make sure that your customers get qualified, that they understand the product, and that they ultimately use our money. So outside of a simple referral, an introduction, and email, I'll talk a little bit more about our unique referral links. That's all that we ask, and we take it from there, and then you just continue to get paid for the lifetime of that customer. So here's the exciting part, and this is conservatively what we're assuming that you can earn or forecasting that you can earn based on conservative assumptions. Let's say that you send us one qualified customer per month, just one qualified customer per month. At the year, you have 12 qualified customers. Just on the qualification spiff, this is regardless if they use our money or not. As long as they qualify, you're making $6,000. Now, on average, our customers are qualifying for about $38,000 on their line of credit, and they're using it again 5 to 6 times a year. Based on that recurring aspect, you can tack on another $22,800 on that. So in year one, by sending just one qualified customer per month, you could earn about $29,000. And again, you could probably stop referring there, never refer a customer to us again. For the lifetime of that customer, you're going to continue to get paid. All we ask is for one. If you're really excited, send us 3. And now you're making close to 100 grand. So we make it very easy for you to refer customers to us. As I mentioned, our minimum requirements are that you're in business for at least a year, you're depositing at least $4,200 a month in revenue, which is about $50,000 a year. There's no minimum FICO. I've seen people qualify with a 535 before. As long as you're above a 550 or so, you should be good. And then how you refer the customers to us is through a referral link. It's just www.kabbage.com/refid equals TCG _ whatever initials you want to put behind it. If you have a channel manager, your channel managers can give you your unique referral link. Or reach out to Reese or myself, we can get you set up with one. And at the end here, I'll show you some cool ways that you could use that referral link. So I'm going to walk you quickly through the application process so you can see how easy it is. It's a 3-step application. The first step, once you send a link to someone and they click on that link, it'll take them to our website. They'll click on Apply Now, and they'll see this page. It's the account creation page. They're going to enter their basic business information, company structure, date established, and again, just making sure that they have over $50,000 a year in revenue. From there, they select their channels. So if they're banking, let's say with Bank of America, it would pull up a login, they would enter their credentials, and from there we would get transactional data from that account. If they have multiple accounts within that one login, we'll give them the option to choose which accounts they want to add, and then we'll take that transactional data and underwrite it. We don't store or keep their credentials. It's kind of like a third-party access. If you've ever logged into a mobile app and it says log in with Facebook, same thing that's happening here. All we get is view access, read only, and we don't keep those credentials stored, so the information is very secure. We're held to the same standard as any bank. From there, it's a personal information. They're confirming their date of birth and their social. 1, because we want to verify they are who they say they are, and 2, to run 1 credit inquiry to make sure from a credit worthiness perspective that they're in line. We're never going to run their credit again. We don't report back to the credit bureaus, which is a huge selling point for us. I'll give you an example. Let's say somebody goes online, they apply for Kabbage, they qualify for $50,000, they have $20,000 in debt. If they want to bring down their utilization of credit by using our money to pay down that debt, thus increasing their credit score, they can do that, and because we don't report back to the credit bureaus, it's a win-win for them. It doesn't show up as an open line, they're dropping down their utilization of credit, the credit score increases, they could probably get better rates with us or better rates elsewhere, or maybe purchase a home if they were planning to do that. So from there, after that 3-step application, they get a response. Normally it looks like this: congratulations, you've got $75,000 available, and then it gives you the options to draw immediately. It's going to give you, right underneath it, it's not pictured, but right underneath it, it'll have a payment schedule that's going to tell them exactly what it's going to cost them for whatever period of time they plan to keep it out. This is before they've made any commitments. This is before they've paid anything. They could log out from here, never use the money. They would never pay any fees. You guys would still make $500. And eventually, a situation will come up, because even if you keep us as a rainy day fund, there are rainy days. And when that situation does come up and they use that money, you guys will continue to earn money from them. So, again, to make this as easy as possible, we have a ton of resources that are both geared towards the end user or your customers, and also for you guys as well from an educational standpoint. But resources like this that give you pretty much the basics of what it is that we're offering and the process of applying. As you can see, $6 billion funded to more than, it's now 170,000 businesses. I can't keep up with it anymore. It's growing so fast. With that, at the bottom here, you see it has a Kabbage link. We can customize that to have your specific referral link. So if you are leaving this behind, for example, it'll leave with your own unique referral link. If that customer ever goes online, it automatically attributes that referral link to both you and rolls up to TCG. Another example is this leave behind here. Small postcard we can send you with your own unique referral link. Print those out, leave them behind. If they go to our website and use that link, it'll automatically save in their cookies that it's coming from you. If that person ever comes back to Kabbage and applies, whether it's a week from now, 2 months from now, we know that the original time that they came, because it's saving their cookies, it was referred by you. So if they end up qualifying, you guys earn your spiff, and then once you use those funds again, you get paid. Another cool resource that we have is our sales toolkit. Some of you guys already might have seen this, but this is an interactive PDF, and what it does is it links out to our website various resources that will help maybe you yourself explain the product, or if your clients are interested in learning about the rates and terms, or they want to see the loan calculator, or you guys want an email to send out to your customers. We make it very easy. If you click on Intro to Kabbage, it automatically downloads an email with a template. We give you subject lines, we give you teasers, we tell you exactly what to tell them, and we tell you where to put your referral link. You do an email blast with something like this to maybe your top 20 clients. And again, once they click that link, it's tied to you. If they end up applying and qualifying, you guys get paid. Make it very easy. We can get this also customized so that every single link within that PDF attributes back to you, regardless of when they click it. So, today I'm here offering you a lending product. Again, we know that it's not your forte, but this is not kind of a one-trick pony, if you will. This is the ecosystem of what we plan to accomplish within the next few years. We recently got a round of investment of $250 million from SoftBank. We want to become SMB in a box. So anything that a small business would need to run their business from a financial aspect, we're going to provide that to them all in one place. So let's say that one customer that you sent over to us for a line of credit, when we have our payroll or we have our inventory management tools, you're probably going to be the one also pitching them on that. And since you've already built that relationship and they're already in our system as your referral, guess who gets to go out and sell them and make money off of them? That's you. Any questions on any of that I just went over? Yes?
How far are you away from the payroll management system? Top 6 months, a year, a couple of years? How far are you guys away from implementing the rest of the solutions?
So, invoice financing is already available. Kabbage card is already available. Invoice advances is available. Pay with Kabbage is available today. If you guys are familiar with Alibaba, they use our platform on their website. If a customer goes to buy something from Alibaba and they click Pay Later, they're using our platform on that. Airbnb, if you're familiar with them, they do lending for their hosts to fix up their houses or whatever need they have. That's our platform on the back end. As far as the other products here for your back office functions, probably within the next year or so, we'll have the bill pay and the payroll. And then the next 2 or 3 years, we should have the rest of the products there. But I'm happy to send you kind of a roadmap of when those things are coming. Yes?
Are you lending to individuals or are you lending to companies?
This is a small business line of credit.
Because I noticed Social Security number, you weren't asking for a federal ID or anything along those lines. So that to me means you lend the money to me, not my company.
Great question. So there is a box for your federal tax ID. When you select your company structure, if you're not a sole prop or anything other than a sole prop, it'll populate for your tax ID number. As far as the social, we do, want to verify that it's you that's applying, but also it's what we use. Instead of a Dun & Bradstreet number, we use a FICO score to determine your creditworthiness. But it is a business line of credit.
How do the borrowers collateralize at the moment?
It's actually uncollateralized, so, and it's unsecured. We're taking the risk, trusting our automated system, our underwriting, and our algorithms to determine that that person's going to be able to pay us back. Which brings up a great point. We actually have a lower default rate than most big banks. Yes?
You said what was the minimal classification as far as structure, sole proprietorship does classify, or is it S corp?
No, sole proprietor classifies. The question was more of if you are not a sole prop, where do you put your tax ID? But as long as you're a business, even if you don't have a business checking account, if your money is being deposited into a personal checking account, but it's business revenue, they can apply with that. Yes.
So how are you, I mean, besides the data stuff that you ask access for, like social media and Amazon, eBay and all that, how are you verifying that a business does X amount of money a year? Somebody could put in $100,000, but you're just basically.
Yeah, so the first channel that we ask for connection is your bank account. Through that bank account.
You're actually looking through the history.
Correct. Our systems are looking, and again, it's almost immediate. The moment that you connect that checking account, we're pulling the last 3 months worth of transactions, and we know exactly how much revenue is coming in, how much revenue is coming out, what is the trend. So we see that you're trending upwards. We'll lend you more money than someone that we know is kind of staying stagnant, if you will. We can also see if you're trending negatively. The good thing is we don't negatively impact our qualified account. So if we say someone qualifies for 100 grand, and 3 months later we see that they're trending down, we won't decrease their line. But if they're trending up, we'll increase their line. And that's one of the biggest competitive advantages that we have because it's continuous data connection. A lot of the other lenders out there are requesting your bank statements. They're going to give you a response, and then it's like a one-time loan. It's continuous data, so as your business grows or as your client's business grows, that line grows with you. As your credit improves, your rates get lower. So it's a live product, and it's available to someone indefinitely. So if they qualify today, don't use it. 7 years from now, they need that money, it'll be there for them. Yes?
So you just kind of hit the nail right there as far as rates. Talk about monthly fees. You know, banks obviously charge you interest.
Right.
What are your rate structures?
Yeah, so it's going to range from 1% to 10%, and the way that we charge the fees are per month based on, obviously, your creditworthiness and the strength of your business. I'll give you an example. You qualify for 100 grand. Your first 2 months are going to range from 1% to 10%. On average, it's about 3 to 4. We'll use 4. So someone's qualified for 100 grand. First 2 months cost them 4%. The remaining 4 months on a 6-month loan would be 1%. So if that person ends up keeping out the money for the full 6 months, they'll be paying 4% first month, 4% second month, 1% thereafter, for a total of 12% over a 6-month period. But it can go as low as 1%. So let's say it's a 1% flat per month. You're paying 6% over that 6-month period. And since there's no prepayment penalties, if you only need the money for 30 days, then you only pay that first month's fee, whether it's 1% or 4% or 10%. I saw a question around here. Sure?
Equipment financing, is that a separate product or is it part of the same? What's the best word?
It would.
If you do a lease, my point is if a small business wants to buy network equipment, for
Right.
example, right, if they want to find lease, it will be like an equivalent to equipment lease? Is that
Correct. Yeah, so our product would be the exact same as far as structure from an equipment lease perspective. The only thing is probably be automated and rather quickly. We're not there yet, but the way that we're envisioning it, it would pretty much be the same.
You have $1 buyout and fair market value and all that kind of
Exactly.
standard leasing stuff?
Correct. Recourse program, all of that.
That was a question I had.
Okay. Cool.
I couldn't really hear what he was saying. Could you kind of?
Yes, for sure. His question was, once we do have an equipment leasing product, what does that look like? And essentially, it's going to look the same way as you would an equipment leasing product today, but it would be in an automated fashion and probably a lot cooler too.
That's future.
Correct.
Any idea on the time frame?
I'd say 1.5 years. Any other questions? Cool. So one last thing. I know it's Valentine. If you guys are going out to dinner tonight, you probably want to subsidize that Valentine dinner, that steak dinner. If you pull out your phone or your computer and complete an application right now, I've got a $50 gift card for you. The first 12 people to do that, show me a completed application, $50 gift card off your steak dinner tonight. You have to use this referral link, though. You go to www.kabbage.com/?ref ID = TCG. That way we know it came from this room. And if you qualify, there's another $500 for you because you just referred yourself and you just earned $500. So you could leave this room today with an extra $550. Yes?
Kate and I have already got it, so can we both get a $50 gift card?
No can do, but let's talk. Thank you so much, guys. If you have any questions, I'm here through the rest of this Lunch and Learn. My colleague Reese, we have some leave-behinds, we have some cards. We're happy to answer any questions.